Welcome back to Mitford Pottery. Bit of a thrown video, been trying to think of something different to do, what we haven't done before. And we're going to prep a bit of clay and we're going to do some yarn bowls, which I've never done, so hopefully this will be a throw and trim video. That's if they dry quick enough, but we shall go. So we'll get you onto the work station over here. So we'll do a bit of prep first. And this is Flecked Stoneware. It's ES90, I believe. I've used it before. It's quite nice to work with. So we're just going to really try and get it out of the bag first. That's the big problem. Get our wire. Cut a couple of lumps off, just rough to start with. So I'll have a couple of them. Wrap that up, get that out of the way. Can you still see? Yes, right. Move the camera over a wee bit. That. So we need our trusty scales. As always, something which I always neglect, even though it's come out of a bag, we'll prep it. And I've been trying to perfect my technique of spiral wedging, because I'm a lefty. I've been trying to do it right-handed and it's been proven very difficult. So I've sort of got a bit of a hybrid technique, as I usually get going on. So although it's come out of a bag, we're just going to prep it because it's got a bit of moisture on it. This video was going to be my normal white ES5 clay, but I didn't have any warm and it's been outside in the hut, and it was like, I did this bit and it was like very, very cold. So we've changed it to the Flecked Stoneware. So we'll see how heavy this is. 1.3, I think that'll do. How heavy is this one? We'll do one exactly the same, so that's 1. So take 5 off there. That's good, they're the same. And we've got a 500 as well. So we got a spare mug to throw. Don't have to prep the small bit as much, so that's extra. I'll just quickly, so we just spiral and wrap round. Right, there's our 2 lumps clear, ready to throw. We'll get our apron on, got our water, nice warm water prepped, so we shall adjourn to the wheel. So bear with me 1 second. I'll move the camera over. Right, we're in position. I've turned the heater off for a bit, because it does get on your nerves, buzzing away in the background. Now, we're going to use bats. These. Now, I'll show you anyway. We'll show you when we get on the wheel. So, this bat being stored as it should be, but now when you attach it, I'll show you, it's warped, so it goes all floppy. So we've had it under pressure that way, see if it'll flatten it out. But what we'll have to do to save your bat, these holes, we'll put them right through and then we can use it upside down. So that one's a bit of a duffer. That's one of the problems I've found with these MDF bats. They're a bit cheaper than marine ply, but that's why they're a bit cheaper. They don't resist the water enough for me, because I'm a home potter. Everything gets left for days on end on bats and that. So right, so we're going for bowl shape. Right, we're on. See our edge. How we're doing for the camera there. Move that up a wee bit. There we are, that's better. So, nice warm water, everything's ready. So, as always, we centre. So what I'll do, I'll just make sure it's stuck with the bat first. Give it a corn up. Oh, off the top of the camera. I'll squash it back down. Get it centered. To do us, break in. Now, because I want a nice carved foot on these, we will check our bottom. A little bit on the thick side, so we'll go a little bit deeper. So these aren't going to be like our normal balls, these are yarn balls, so winging it with the amount of clear might be far too much, but might be a massive yarn ball. Right, so we will we'll go a bit faster. So we're going to do our first lift. So I'm going to throw it the way I would normally do a normal ball, which is the Xiem and Leach way. Just get rid of that sharp rim there. So I'm concentrating on the curve on the inside, pushing it against my palm. So I'm pushing in and then bringing that clear up the palm. So we don't want it to go too wide. So we start to get that curve in the middle. Do another one of them. So push in with the palm, push that clear in a nice curve. Up, palm. Like that. Get our sponge, rid of the water, see what we got. It's alright. So now I'm going to do a bit more height and width. So this time I'm going to go back to my normal throwing style. So I'm going to push in I'm going to curve that clear out. And how we're doing for shape there, that's alright. Just getting a big clump of clay stuck to me. My pot there. Get that out of the way. So these want to curve in a bit at the top. So I'm going to put that curve in now. And we're going to slow our wheel. Now we're going to do a bit more shaping, so I'm going to push in again. I'm going to follow that curve on the inside. Oh, my clay's just gripping. Just starting to grab. Right, I think we've got that shape okay. Get rid of the water. So now it's a case of working out the dimension, so I think we'll go a bit wider. So I'm not really lifting this time, I'm just going to make that shape. I'll stretch that clay out a bit. Got to there, and that's gripping again, so there's a bit of water in it. We're doing for shape. I think that's a decent enough shape. I think we'll cut our losses. Get the water off everywhere. So what we want to do, finish this top edge. Now, use my new Mud Tools rib. I'm just going to start down here. Now it's got a bit of overhang, so what we're going to do, we're going to give it a bit of heat so it doesn't collapse on us. So this will be a noisy bit because it's a gas burner. Alright, so I'll speed this bit up, see you in a second. Up to us. So that's just took a bit of the moisture out of it. So next what we want to do, well actually what we're going to do with this, let's have a look at this foot. That's alright. What I do want to do is get that water out the middle. Like that. And what I think we'll try, because we've never tried it before, we have got a Xiem tools, foot tool, knife, foot tool, wooden one. Never used this before, so it's big enough, I think. So we'll give this a go, eh? I'm going to push that in. I've got Old Forge's foot tool as well. Make sure I'm not going to cut through, so I need to push that in a little bit more. Well, I don't know if that's made it better or worse. Looks okay. I'm going to trim it off. What I think's happening is that inside shape. Where's that go to? Yeah, I think we might have pushed our luck a bit too much on that, so we'll hit it with some more heat so it doesn't collapse on us. So I'll see you in a second. Right, that'll do us. That's okay. We'll get our wire. Looks alright, so that's going to have a swirl cut in it for the yarn, so we just drag our wire through like that. Stop that. That's it. Now we're doing for time. Anyway, oh, time to do one more, I think. Right, so that's our yarn balls. So I'm going to do another one. Going to put them away to dry, hopefully get that all ready today, do a bit of trimming later on. So I'll see you in a few when we start trimming. So by the magic of video, bye for now. So this is our second bowl. So just as a comparison, we did the Xiem foot trimming tool. I want, if I can find it, where's it gone? Oh, my other foot trimming tool, where's it gone? There it's here. So this is the Old Forge. So this is the metal version. I have used it in other videos, but we'll do a bit of a comparison. So the Old Forge is similar, but this has got a large and a small, and it's not as big as that. That's quite a big foot trimming thing on there, so a bit noisy because it's going to scrape along there. So I'm just lining that up, and so that push that into there. Hopefully I don't gouge into the pot. That's alright. We can trim that off when it's dry. So that was just a quick comparison. So that's our second one done. First one was a bit of a prototype, which I wasn't particularly amazed at the shape, but they are individual. This is a bit better shape, so we'll let them dry off, and we'll come back and do a bit of trimming on them, and we'll cut some holes in them for the yarn. So back in a bit. Hi again. So we're back. We have now got 2 yarn balls in progress, and they've been drying for a day, and been keeping an eye on them. They're just about ready, so we're going to do a bit of trimming. So we'll get you onto the wheel, move the camera down a wee bit. So this is our second one. This is the one with the Old Forge Creations foot ring. So it needs a little bit of tidying up on this edge. So it's just about right to carve. Now what I do want to do before we start, I want to measure the thickness of our base. So just to give us a rough idea, so we're about there, that goes about there. So we can carve a nice foot in it, and I'll take a little bit of the weight out. I've never done a yarn bowl, so I don't know whether they're supposed to be heavy or not. Not exactly sure. I'll switch the heater off in a minute because it's buzzing in the background. But it's cold. It's cold in the UK. So we've got a rounded foot off our foot trimming tool, so we're just going to finesse that a little bit. We'll see how centered we are. So it's just this bit here, just to take a few rough edges off. It's thrown relatively thick, so we can go for it if we have to. I suppose you want them relatively robust. We need a Leach trimming tool, I think, for this one, just to get a nice edge on there. So I'm just going to run that on there. Not happy with that. Doesn't seem centered. This was a second-hand Giffen grip, so it's not brilliant. And I think there was a reason it was second-hand. That's better. Right, where's our trimming tool? So we just want to knock some of the rough edges off this round. And hopefully not make a dog's dinner of it. Which I think I'm trying to do a good job of that at the minute, so it's okay. Right, so we're going to do that for our guide mark there. This clear's slightly more gritty than the normal ES5, so it's a bit more scratchy. So I'm going to go sort of gauge my depth where I'm going to with this outside edge first. Right, we'll switch that heater off so we can hear a little better. Hopefully not get too cold too quick. So we got that. We're just going to flatten this. Off here. Right, so we'll clean out the middle. A little bit at a time. Applying some downward pressure. And then I think I'll change to a wire. Effect there, so we're just going to do this inside edge, which we will change to more of a blade. That looks good. So that's that, which is just the normal type of trimming that we do. So now we'll have a quick look. I'm not happy with that bottom edge there. It's not sharp enough for me. So we'll get it back on the way on the trimmer. So we'll get it back centered. I need a sharper point. What's that look like? That's better. That's crisped it up a bit. Yeah, that's better. Now, we'll get our whirler. So this is the bit, on a yarn ball, you need like an eye for where your wool is, and then like a swirl. Which way does the swirl go? Does it go that way? It goes into there. I think I'm going off memory here, and the memory's not best. So we'll get our little sponge, rest it on there, move that up a bit, and we'll move the camera at a bit of a different angle so we can see what we're doing. Now, in my head, I'm thinking we need a starting hole. So we'll get a hole cutter, decent size. So that starts there and it goes round that way. So now we've got to be careful because the top has no strength in it. So that's what we're aiming at. So we'll get it on there. So now we don't want our sharp blade. Now we just want some wooden fettling tools. There you go. So I'm going to leave it pretty plain. And then what we do need is, oh, if I can stop kicking the camera, where is our stamp? I've lost my stamp. Where's it gone? There, it's there. We need the big stamp for these because they're big pots. So I'm going to put our maker's mark right in the middle. A bit of pressure, a bit of wiggle, like that. Make sure we haven't done the inside. That's it. We've just got to pick a nice colour for that now. and as it dries I'll probably keep a check on these edges as it dries out, make sure there's no rough bits, because as always with pot, every time you look at it you see something. Right, so that's it for yarn bowl 1. I'm going to do number 2 and then we'll come back for a sum up. So by the magic of editing, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, that's both our bowls now done, and I haven't managed to smash them as yet. So there's our first one. So that's got our yarn bowl swirl in it. Our other one, if I can get it over without dropping it. So that's its sort of its twin. So that's that one, slightly different shape. We can get the idea. So they seem to be okay. The drawback with yarn bowls is that gap there. So when they start to dry, it can buckle a little bit. So we're going to dry them nice and slow, and that's it. So that's our yarn bowls thrown and trimmed. So I hope you've enjoyed that video, and as always, like, subscribe, comment and all that. Follow anything you think that you would like to purchase. Drop us a line, we can arrange that. Anything you would like us to have a go at to make, again drop us a line, we'll have a go at that. Clears the way, and we'll see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.